This is The Great Expanse by John Bat 426 here on YouTube. It is always a pleasure to record these videos, to edit them. Clearly a cloud has just gone past and now a whole bunch of light is now streaming into where I'm recording. I don't know what's going on today. 2 intro fails and then the camera cut out for no reason. Or maybe there is a reason, I just don't know what it is at the moment. Nevertheless, we're doing the Avengers Doomsday, the second teaser. Okay, I think the first one was last week or the week before. I think it was last week though. We're doing it in 3, 2, 1, go. Trees.
Father,
Up, Thor.
all my life, I have answered every call.
Now your father no longer exists.
Honor, duty, to war.
Chris Hemsworth.
But now fate
Not my
has
favorite
given me
MCU
something I
character.
never sought.
Who would that be? I remember Thor lost the love of his life in Love and
Child.
Thunder.
A life untouched by the storm.
He's taking care of this girl now. That was Christian Bale and
Lend
War
me
of
the
the
strength of your
Avengers.
fathers, so that I may fight once more, defeat one more enemy, and return home to her. Not as a warrior, but as warmth. To teach her not battle, but stillness.
Okay, I like the tone of
And
this.
I never knew. If I heed my words.
The All-Father, Odin. Thor will return in Avengers Doomsday. Give us the clock. 11 months, 17 days, 14 hours, 59 minutes. Now, I didn't record this as soon as it came on. That's why that's kind of false. But I see what's going on now. If you recall, the mid-credit scene of Fantastic Four First Steps, we see Dr. Doom. And again, this mid-credit scene wasn't even necessary for the movie because the Fantastic Four First Steps was just a great self-contained bottle movie. In other words, it didn't venture out to other movies. You know what I mean? The only connection to the MCU that we had, and the only one that was necessary, was the fact that it said Earth 828 at the beginning of the movie to let you know, no, this isn't Earth 616. That's the only tie-in we needed, but we got one at the end too, the mid-credit scene. We see Susan Storm fetching Franklin's favorite book. Then when she returns, she sees a man in a green cloak, a hooded cloak, with a metal face mask, and he's talking to Franklin. So one thing you can sort of ascertain is that Dr. Doom and Doomsday perhaps may be abducting the heroes of these children. I mean, the children of these heroes. I think Franklin Richards will play a major role because I don't think they're introducing Owen Reese, who is the Molecule Man, into Doomsday all of a sudden. But Franklin has those reality warping abilities that Dr. Doom would need to bring all the different sections of the multiverse into one world, Battle World, which we'll see take place in Secret Wars. At least that's how it plays out in the comics. Maybe they'll deviate in the movies and make it better, perhaps. So we see Captain America has a son, Thor has an adopted daughter, and his arch enemy, Reed Richards and Susan Richards, have a son with the power cosmic. Now, when we think about the abduction of children, it immediately brings us back to one of the least esteemed MCU movies, Thor: Love and Thunder, where this relationship was birthed, where we see Thor assure Gore the God Butcher he'll take care of his daughter. Why didn't he just lie? I mean, I'm not saying don't take care of her, but drop her off in the Asgardian adoption service. Like, come on, man. So instead of Thor going before eternity and wishing that Natalie Portman, okay, I forgot the character's name, I apologize, Jane Foster, instead of wishing that all death would be eradicated from the universe, all cancers and diseases will be eradicated, he does this. That made so much no sense. Yes, so much no sense. It was such nonsense. And now they're doubling up on it by including this child in the plot of Doomsday. So this reinforces the point. And again, this is no shade on the trailer itself, but the fact that it was born of Thor: Love and Thunder is head scratching, but it works for the teaser. I like the tone of the teaser. Thor seemed to go back to being a warrior king or warrior prince, since the king is Valkyrie now. But he goes back to being a warrior prince, it appears. And he's petitioning the Allfather, Odin, that that child will not grow up in the same warrioristic nature or upbringing that he was grown up in or reared in. So I like that. I think it shows a little bit of vulnerability in Thor. Okay, this was good. It's just that it's about something that was spawned from Love and Thunder that I don't really care that much about. I don't care if this girl doesn't have Thor. I don't care if Thor doesn't have this girl. I don't care if she's abducted by Doom. If she gets abducted by Doom, I'm like, yay, Doom, bring your plan to fruition. I know that sounds heartless, but I don't care about her. Did that, again, am I sullying this teaser? I am not. I'm just saying this was born of Thor Love and Thunder, one of my least favorite MCU movies. Why do that to me? Why do that to the fans? You know what I mean? So again, I'm gonna give the teaser a B because I like the tone of it. I think it was very good. We see a serious Thor once again. But ultimately, it looks like it's just gonna be a plot point for Doomsday. I don't think Thor is gonna even have that large of a role. And a lot of people are saying that Thor is gonna die in this. I mean, I don't know. I think he still has to fight Hercules, right? And Thor 5, right? Isn't he still going to go head up to Hercules? Because remember, Hercules was summoned by Zeus at the end of the loathsome Thor Love and Thunder. Anyway, what did you think of the teaser? What did you think of my editorial of the teaser? Leave a comment, leave a dissertation if necessary. In other words, be as wordy as you need to be. And do you know where those comments or dissertations go? In case you don't know, bars. Ricky Gervais portrayed David Brent in The Office, the original of the UK. Please let them know, sir. Thank you, Mr. Brent. We're Hogs Finest, The Office UK. Do your part. Now do my part to regenerate as quickly as I can. And that the Great Expanse by John Bat 426 can and will expand. It's in the name.